Alright guys, back in the cab again. This is from sitting in the rear facing forward. We're just going to talk about a few things on the inside. You have your fire comm system. These are wireless. These are getting fixed on warranty at the moment. When they are operating, it'll be the driver and the officer seat, so the two front seats will always have open mics when they're talking. The rear three seats will have a push-to-talk button. And the officer and driver will still have the push to talk button. However, when they do push to talk, it will run through the radio and talk to whatever channel they're currently connected to. There are 5 portable radios on the doghouse here. They're always charging. These are to stay in the engine and be used on fire scenes for the people in the back. We have 3 air pack masks on hooks ready to go. There's also a 4th one for the officer hanging on the same hook as the Firecom headsets. We have 2 thermal imager cameras by Seek. They are constantly charging. However, there is a lanyard on them. All you have to do is unplug it, push back on this little rubber piece to cover up the battery port, the charging port, and then there's one center button that turns it on and you're ready to go. I believe cycling or pressing the center button will actually change camera modes. There is one for fire mode that will be more beneficial for fire operations. On your driver's side cabinet, we have the bigger thermal imager that's identical to Ariel 51. That is ready to go, charging all the time. There's also the 5-gas monitor, which is now charging all the time. There'll be a separate video or training night on this down the road. And then the box that comes with the 5-gas monitor, we want to keep that in there. It has some additional components that we need for it, as well as important documents that we need when we're on scene for correction factors. Top shelf has nothing in it now. We can use that for down the road, adding to stuff. The passenger side compartment for the inside cab, this is going to be for EMS equipment. There's nothing in here yet. However, this will be added pretty shortly to have probably a first aid bag and possibly some oxygen. And then on top of this cabinet is what's called a pack tracker. Once again, this will be on a separate training night or a separate video. If with the new packs that are only on 32 at the moment, if a firefighter's pass device goes off, we can actually track them with the pack tracker. Works kind of like a dog chip finder. You wave it back and forth. It'll get stronger or weaker with the signal as you go, and kind of help you find whoever's down. And then the air pack seats themselves, although it looks like there's a lot of stuff holding it in place and it would be very difficult to get out, you pack up just as normal. This is a self-retention system, so if we were to get in an accident and you start lurching forward too quickly, it locks you in place. However, just to get out of it is just like you do on 51. You lean forward and rock yourself out of the seat and it disengages the lock. To put the air pack back in, the blue hook will have to be extended out, which should automatically extend out when you remove yourself from the seat. You put down the very bottom of the air bottle in, push it back, and it should lock itself into place. A little easier said than done, but not too hard to do at all. That should be everything on the inside of the cab. We'll move on to the pump panel next.